right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect, shalom. And I just want to go into a few videos I got queued up, and we'll grab some scriptures. And the title of this lesson is going to be Jake. Okay, Jake is short for Jacob, which stands for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Jake is in the right spirit. You know, even though we get mad at Jake, you know, we see these folly videos, you know, of Jake, you know, making complete fools of themselves. You know, we see, you know, the elder in South Carolina, Elder Manat Zakba, he does videos on Jake coming up against this truth. All right, even though, you know, it's frustrating. All right, it's you know, it pisses you off in the spirit. We got to understand, you know, that it's all prophecy. All right, and Jake, okay, the 2/3 of Jake is in the right. They're in the right spirit. All right, the Lord has them blinded, and the Lord has them slated for judgment. All right, while okay, World War III is pretty much, you know, has pretty much started. All right, you know, you have the economic, you know, woes. Okay, you got the famine that is right around the corner. All right, housing crisis. You know, people, you know, almost 1 million people, okay, laid off within this year alone. Okay, and rising, but you still got Jake, you know, in that party spirit. You know, and we'll get this video. All right, and it just shows. It shows what Jake is in the right spirit, man. Okay, we'll say Jake is in the wrong. No, Jake is in 2/3 of Jake is in the right spirit. Okay, and where, you know, the hopeful elect, the hopeful elect 1/3, we're in the right spirit. Okay, everyone is in their lot, man. Let's go ahead and play this. All right, and just to quickly pause. All right, this is 2 days ago. Okay, this is if I'm not mistaken, right around the time when the U.S. you know supposedly attacked Iran. Okay, even though, you know, we know a lot of these things are you know, staged or things of that nature, but these things are really happening. Okay, there's actual bombs going back and forth between Israel and Iran, and this is the spirit that Jake is in, but they're in the right spirit. All right, let's go ahead and grab Romans 11:7, and it reads, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded." All right, this is what we hope to be a part of, the election. Okay, the 1/3. We have obtained what? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is truth, and the rest were blinded. The 2/3, they're in the right spirit. They're blind. All right, they have no clue. All right, that Jacob's trouble is getting ready to pop off. Okay, we're in the beginning of stages of Jacob's trouble. Northern Kingdom is catching pure hell right now. All right, they ain't, you got a lot of Northern Kingdom that ain't going to work. They ain't going outside. Okay, so Jacob's trouble has pretty much already started. All right, it's gonna make its way over to the Southern Kingdom, man. You so-called Negroes, all right, and on down, man. Okay, while you Jakes, still, you still okay in that folly party spirit.
This is why you gotta have black on shit. Give it up. Because look, everybody do that for the Golden Globes, they do it here, but they don't do it like we do. No! I'm gonna get on shit later, but you're not ass here, so I'm gonna stop cussing. God bless
Hey, 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 that's the spirit, man. Look, the song that these Jakes are singing. All right, I didn't even really, pay attention to the song that they're singing. All right, I'm going down. Okay, and that's the spirit, man. You Jakes, all right, you 2/3 Jakes, you're going down. All right along with Esau, Edom, yo, daddy, man. All right. All right. Hey, Jake is in the right spirit. Okay. Yo, the world of you 2/3 is getting ready to be turned upside down completely. All right. When Esau, so-called white man, comes down with, well, he comes down with the gloves off. Okay, you 2/3 Jakes, man. Your world is gonna turn upside down. Habakkuk 2 and 3, and it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie." All right, the visions, the prophecies, they're for an appointed time, and we're in that. We're in the time of the last major prophecies popping off, man. World War III, the implementation of the Mark of the Beast, which is the RFID microchip, and Jacob's trouble. All right, and those thermonuclear missiles being shot over here. Okay, which is gonna burn you 2/3 up. All right, Jake, 2/3 of Jake. They're in the right spirit, man. Okay, we can't let the 2/3 rattle. Okay, rattle or shake us up, so to speak. It pisses off, man. Jake is doing 2/3 of Jake. They're doing what the Lord has slated them to do, and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay, the prophecies, the visions, they ain't tarrying. But Jake still asleep, like the scriptures say they will be. All right, because they're in the right spirit. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Speaking about Esau, Edom. All right, he ain't right. All right, you 2/3, you just like him. You ain't right, man. All right, you gonna pay for it. Okay, that's it on that. Let's go ahead and go to the book of Matthew 24:38, and it reads, "For as in the days that were before the flood." Okay, what days? The days of Noah, man. All right, Noah was prophesying just like we're doing now. Noah was prophesying to his the all right, the 2/3 of his generation. Okay, him and his household was considered the elect. All right, they were eating and drinking. Okay, what do we see Jake in the video doing? Singing, eating, drinking. You know, having a good old time. All right, that's all Jake care about, man. Is partying, you know, bullshitting and having a good old time, marrying and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Okay, and spiritually we're entering into the ark, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we have took hold of, man, beginning with the elders and the apostles. Matthew 24:39, they knew not until the flood came. All right, and what's that flood, man? But the Jacob's trouble. Esau's gonna come in, the enemy gonna come in like a flood and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right, Jake has no clue that Yahweh Shai is getting ready to return and destroy this place. All right, but they're in the right spirit. Matthew 24:40. Then shall two be in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other one left. Matthew 24:41. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. All right, hey, that's how it's gonna happen, man. Okay, the elect are gonna be taken with the Yahweh Shai and the angels. Matthew 24:42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. All right, you gotta. Hey, Jake ain't watching. Jake is too busy partying, having a good time. They're not watching for Yahweh Shai to return, man. All right, Isaiah 14:21, and it reads, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers." Speaking about Esau, Edom. All right, the Lord's preparing slaughter for Esau. Okay, but while Esau is gonna get slaughtered, so are the 2/3. That they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right, these Edomites, man, the Lord's getting ready to annihilate them. Isaiah 14:22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. All right, the Lord's going to cut Esau down, chop him down. Okay. Isaiah 14:23. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and the pools of water, and I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. So the Lord is getting ready to sweep this land, man. All right, and you 2/3 Jakes, you getting ready to get swept with that nuclear destruction, man. Okay, this is what it's speaking about. All right, you getting ready to get swept away. Okay, like the trash that you you 2/3 Jakes are. All right, that destruction is nigh at hand, man. Okay, these other countries, they don't got nukes just to look pretty. No, they're gonna be shot over here. Okay, because it's prophecy, man. All right. So hey, we ain't gotta worry. You know, the Lord's gonna take care of business. All right, when it comes to these 2/3, man, they're in the right spirit. Let them do what they do. All right, the Lord's getting ready to sweep them away. Okay, along with they daddy Esau Edom, man. All right, they love him so much. Well, you getting ready, 2/3 Jakes, you getting ready to get swept away. All right, like the trash Esau is and the trash that you are. Okay. Grab our last few scriptures. This is 2 Peter 3:9, and it reads, "The Lord is not slack concerning his promise." What did the Lord promise? He promised to destroy Babylon the Great. He promised to destroy 2/3 of his own people. All right, you Jakes, you 2/3 Jakes, man. All right, so the Jake is in the right spirit. Okay, the Lord promised that 2/3 will be sleep. Okay, they'll be foolish. They'll be sottish. You know, The Lord probably he said that the 2/3 are going to be doing those things. As some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. All right, the Lord doesn't really want to destroy, the 2/3 of his own people, but he promised, okay, he said that he would. All right, the Lord is a man of his word. 2 Peter 3:10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. All right, is it a thief? He comes unaware. Okay, and Jake is gonna be caught unaware. All right, Jake is gonna be caught. All right, in destruction with their pants down. Okay, with their pants down, just like you see Jake in the video, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. All right, those missiles, thermonuclear fire. Okay, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What can do this? Okay, what can melt the elements? All right, a nuclear weapon can. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, so Jake is in the right spirit. Okay, somebody has to be fuel for the fire. Somebody has to be burned up. Somebody has to be a sacrifice for Yahweh Shema Shai. 2 Peter 3:11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. All right, this body that we're in, okay, this evil, wicked flesh that we're in is gonna be dissolved, man. Okay, this world, this way of life, all right, these possessions that we so-called have, they're gonna be dissolved. What manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right, we should be trying our best to be like Yahweh Shai, man. All right, to be, to follow after the ways of the Lord. All right, that's the persons we ought to be to the best of our ability. Okay, want it off here? Nope, want it off there in that 2 Peter's. All right, that's the last scripture I wanted to get. So with that, we'll go ahead and close it out, Lord willing. It was edifying. Until the next time, Shalom.